Hello, first responders. It's Johanna with Holiday Planet with our next FAQ, getting us ready to cruise to Oktoberfest in September. And after Munich, most of us will be flying up to Amsterdam. So let's talk today about what to expect in Amsterdam. In addition to those of us flying up from Munich, a lot of the rest of our group will be flying into Amsterdam. So we really will start to have, hi Judy, the whole group together in Amsterdam, which is super fun. Upon arrival, your transfers from airport to hotel are not necessarily included unless you've specifically asked for that. So most people will be using public transportation, and it's great that you have a lot of options. Taking the train is the most affordable, and our hotel, the Doubletree Amsterdam Central Station, is located directly next to the Amsterdam Central Station. So aside from the fact that you'll have your luggage with you, the train could be a very easy option. And once you arrive at the train station, it's literally just a 5-minute walk to the very next building next door, which is our hotel. Otherwise, you could take a taxi or an Uber, ranging in price from maybe 40 to 65 euros. I did the taxi stand last time I flew into Amsterdam Airport, which was just in March, and it was super easy. But we could book you private transfers if you like. We could even group you together with other people arriving around the same time as you to share private transfers. If that's an appealing option for you, just let us know. When you get to the hotel, you'll find it's a great location. Not only is there a lot to do on site at the hotel, including great bars and restaurants and a rooftop bar option, but you're also right there along the waterfront. It's an easy walk to Amsterdam's some of their top sites that you really don't need a tour, such as walking along the canals, finding some beautiful canal front dining and tasting a lot of the local specialties. You can easily walk to the main shopping street, which is the Kalverstraat, I think it's called, and you can take that shopping street right down to Dam Square, where there are museums and cathedrals and things to tour at that central square that also you don't need a tour. These are things you can just do on your own. You can also take a self-guided walk through the red light district, which is for sure one of the most famous things to do in Amsterdam. And another great option is going to the Van Gogh Museum, or as they say, the Van Gogh Museum. And if you're there on a weekday, not in the peak season like we're going to be, I think it's pretty easy to just show up at the museum and get a ticket and go on in. And the self-guided audio tour is quite good, even if you don't buy a tour with a guide. That is a great option for some independent exploration in Amsterdam. For those of you who have booked our group tours, the Bruges Day Tour, hi Tom, and the Windmills and Wooden Shoes, and Cheese Making Shop Day Tour, both of those depart from the hotel. So our meeting point, which of course will be in your travel documents, will be in the hotel lobby. And those should be super fun day tours. For those of you who have the Jewish Quarter walking tour, you will have to make your own way to the tour's meeting point. I think there are 4 couples in our group still doing that. And at the end of the tour, you finish at the Anne Frank House, but the Anne Frank House tickets are not included. Tour operators cannot buy them for you. We cannot buy them for you. If you want to go to the Anne Frank House, whether or not you're doing that walking tour, anybody can get tickets to go to the Anne Frank House. You just have to get online right at the right day at the right time when they open up and purchase them for yourselves. So we will be announcing that info closer to that time when the tickets are opening up. So stay tuned if that's something you would like to do in Amsterdam. Finally, there are some pretty easy ways to get around the city. It's very walkable, and like I said, all of the walking is along the beautiful canal fronts, so you're really sightseeing and walking at the same time. That's what we do the most in Amsterdam. But you can also take the trams, which can be very convenient. You can also take taxis and Ubers, which are readily available to get around to some of the places that are a little farther away. And of course, you could bike, but just be careful. The bicycles really have their own lanes of travel, their own rules of the road, And if you're going to bike in Amsterdam, bike with caution, because it is like a full contact sport. And even if you're just walking, please watch out for the bikes. You have to learn to watch the bike lanes just as much as the vehicular travel lanes, because you could get taken out by these bikes that are flying down the roads. I think that's all for me for today. Let me know what questions you have about our time together in Amsterdam down in the Facebook comments below, or just respond to the email that goes out with this video. If you have questions, we have answers. Thanks everyone, and see you again soon with another FAQ. Bye.